you guys will have an opportunity to ask them some questions. So bear with us, and thank you for coming tonight. How'd you guys enjoy it?
Wonderful.
You're a touching story, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's give it to our star man right here, too.
Lax, get down here. Lax, where's Lax? Really? Oh, no, wait a All right. Who wants to start with a question? Anybody? Anybody from the audience? We'd love to hear questions. Yes, ma'am.
Was it based on true events, or was it a story you made up?
No, it's based upon three cases that I handled as a lawyer, and that, yeah, based on true events. Very, very close to the truth.
Yeah. Yeah. What can we all do to do better for 500,000 American kids in foster care? The first thing is go to fosterboy.com. Fosterboy.com, it's got all the stuff you would imagine about a film, but what it's also got is all the advocacy stuff. Facts, stats, experts, gives you opportunities to, you might want to be a foster parent, click here, put your zip code in, we'll introduce you to where they recruit foster parents. Same thing, adoption. You're a lawyer, you might want to get trained up to represent foster kids who in half this country get no lawyer. We'd love that. Put your zip code in. You want to lobby your member of Congress? We have 2 agenda items for this film. One is we would like to abolish for-profit foster care. It started, you know, it's like privatized prisons. They should go away too. It's disgusting. So there's a Senate committee, even in these polarized times, that has been looking into this and that has done research to show that privatized foster care, the outcomes are much, much worse than when foster care is run either by the government itself, local government, or by a non-profit. So first thing would be to put them out of business, go make a buck somewhere else, leave the kids alone. And the second thing is, in a different half of this country, foster kids go to court. The whole hearing is about their future. They are the only human being in the room who either isn't a lawyer or doesn't have a lawyer. And that's insane. We give lawyers to everybody. convicted criminals, the whole thing. Foster kids, half the country don't get a lawyer. We would like to change that. So we have a whole agenda, but your best place to go is fosterboy.com. This is what we call a double bottom line film. We'd love it to have a great big audience, but we'd also love it to change public policy.
Oh, okay.
Jordan Belfi, please join us, please. Bad guy lawyer, come.
Jon Snow, anybody who was in the cast.
Come on down. These are the bad guys. They don't want to They're the sweetest people.
Do not throw anything at these castmates.
They're not those people.
It's only a film.
She's the sweetest, by the way.
Surrounded by the evil characters. Okay. Who else got a question?
Up here. Whatever happened to Belcour and Miss Dupree in real life?
Jay, you should talk about it.
Well, the real story is that Belcour is not their real name, surprisingly, but they still exist. And they're in about 20-some states, and it's a for-profit foster care that continues to exist, and we have to fight against it. And it's run by 11 guys in New York City who make billions on children being widgets, basically kids being the product. And kids aren't products. That's the big problem. So, yeah, they continue to exist, and in Illinois, in Ohio, California, Wisconsin, some of these other states, there's been multiple states where there's contracts of $30, $50, $60 million for privatized foster care. So we got to fight back.
Jay is too modest. In one of the states where he litigated, the for-profit foster care agency was kicked out of the state.
Good.
And we really kind of have to give a nod to, we're all artists and we're filmmakers, we're actors, but for Jay to have pushed this project, to have put a lot of the money of this project together, and to put this kind of message out, I think we should definitely applaud people like him who do these movies and not just something to talk. So that's a big deal.
Yes, sir.
First of all, I wanted to say, writers, producers, directors, cast, tech, crew, thank you all for the grandiosity and the enormitousness of the talent and the courageousness that you took to bring this magnificent work of art activism to life. I call it art activism because too many times today we have art that's fluff, it's for sensationalism, and it doesn't have any jurisprudence of touching the whole person and the heart and the soul of what can make us all recognize that we are humans and that we should respect and acknowledge each other's soul. This is a magnificent demonstration of what talent, determination, and art can do to making the world a better place. So that was the first thing that I wanted to say, to acknowledge all of you who are all absolutely incredulous people with enormity of talent and wisdom and art. So that is my knife is thrust into the melon. The melon is still the victim. You talked about victimization in a way that we all were just touched endlessly. And so that's what we must continue doing now for the next step, which is to make it more activist oriented. The other quote, the last thing, and I will sit down, is that the next quote is African quote as well. And it says, an empty sack cannot stand, but a full sack cannot bend. Thank you all for bending and standing in this Herculean process of discovering what poetry is.
Thank you. Can I just say one more African proverb from the top of Africa all the way down to South Africa in the local language, takes a village to raise a child. And that's completely true. This is, in a way, the last great civil rights struggle that never had a beginning, because it's children, it's kept secret, mostly to protect the adults, and it's time we kind of blew that up and did something differently. And I thought of one more thing to the lady over there. What can we do? VOTE. Yes, sir.
Yeah, my question is more so for the director. You say a script is a story usually retold 3 times before it actually comes to screen. So how closely did your creativity, your creative align with the actual script?
That's a loaded question, man. Well, no, I mean, when you read a script, you get a feeling, right? So upon the earlier meetings when I met with Jay, you know, my job as a director is to give him like the feeling that the script evokes and how I would tell it. So, you know, that's sort of like the first step. So I did enough in the moment where Jay decided to hire me, so we're moving forward. But I saw
He's
it.
tough as hell.
I saw it as like a thriller, right? Because I didn't see it as much as a drama, as a thriller, because I wanted you to feel a sense of doom and dread, and I wanted it to be kind of edgy, right? Because I thought that would land a little bit bigger. If it was just a straight drama, I felt like you wouldn't have moments to break away from the heaviness of it, because it's pretty darn heavy, right? But in that we found such great levity, you know, because they're so different. Like they were set up to be total, complete opposites, characters. So I thought, you know, if we make it a thriller, we create that edge, we sort of play in the levity of it, then it could, because I love movies that sort of take you on a journey, right? Like it's like a roller coaster, right? Like you're up, you're laughing, you're crying, you're like pissed, I hate those people, I love these people. That's what cinema's about. Like that's what makes it amazing. So, yeah, I don't know. That's it. I don't got anything else. But thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, well, the casting director. Is Robert up here?
Robert Ulrich, will you please stand up?
Take a bow.
I have to give a big shout out because he's one of the most amazing casting directors that I've ever come across. Not that I've come across very many at all, but he literally found these people. He knew how to make an incredible cast, and they're amazing. They're really, actually, as we saw this script unfold, you can put words on a script, but when you see Matthew deliver, and when you see Julie deliver, when you see Shane deliver, when you see Lex deliver, Jordan, I mean, all of it, Christian, of course. I mean, am I missing anybody here? I mean, they deliver. Huh? Grant, of course, deliver. I said it in the British accent, sorry.
And of course, Lou Gossett.
And Lou
like
Gossett.
that. Like, he killed it.
Right, you know, they all delivered, and the director just got these amazing performances out
Yeah,
of
Lou.
it. So,
Lou was awesome. Lou really brought a whole, like, cause that character that he created, we didn't have that. Like, we had a judge who was sort of like the overseer, but he created a character right? Talk about taking something that isn't huge but making it yours. And he's so memorable. He's like, he's got a lot of the funny lines.
So my other part of my question, I'm sorry, it's still me, is how long were you in production and stuff of this? Because I'm looking around and maybe I don't go to the movies enough or something, because I'm like, this is like a whole new cast.
Yeah, principal
Except
photography
for-
was, I think, 26 days. We did 8 weeks of prep, and we edited for about over 1 century. There were more, we all say, oh,
That's the hardest
digital's
part.
wonderful, except, boy, you can do a whole lot of versions. What was that one? What was 17A? How is that different from 23B and all that kind of thing?
Let me jump in here just for a second to add to that, because the truth is that the project was actually in the works for several years before we actually started principal photography. And then the post-production actually was over a year of post-production. Lots of different changes were made and songs were brought in that weren't there originally. So the process is actually quite lengthy. And we have a team that really endured. We have a wonderful composer here who is
Catherine Bostek.
let me just, we also have, Anne Marie, is another producer on the movie as well. And of course, the cast who everybody can recognize, but some of the behind the scenes people you don't always see. We even have some other cast here, Melissa, who gave the final verdict from the jury. So, pardon, well? Ben Cuffrin, our DP.
Yeah.
Fantastic director of
Take
photography.
a wave.
Heck of a job, Ben. Can I say
Anyhow, I just
something
wanted to
about...
add that to the mix for everybody.
I just want to say something about Mr. Shane Paul McGee. Robert Ulrich's casting team, they did open casting. They saw over 400 young men for this role. They screen tested over 100, and they got it down to 25 and 15 and 7, and the last 3, they were all brilliant and excellent, and Shane was just...
I thought 12. I thought 12. Yeah. Yeah.
So, it's amazing. The joke is that we'll never be able to afford to work with Shane again.
So let's get it to the audience. We talk too much.
Yes.
This gentleman and then that lady, please.
Okay, yeah. Microphone there.
Yes, thank you. And this is a wonderful film. But my question is for you, in terms of the distributorship, and is this going to go to DVDs, Netflix? How can we get a copy of this?
We are fighting it. We are fighting the good fight. We don't have a superhero film, it's a film for intelligent viewers. And we are in the middle of getting a distributor right now, and this screening is part of that effort. Yes, ma'am.
One of the things that all of you can do, because Mr. Shaquille O'Neal has literally adopted our movie, is that if any of you use social media, send him a note and say, thank you so much for adopting Fosterboy.
Yeah, that's good.
Because this is a man who is not just of great stature, but is such a powerful influence. I don't feel like somebody who has so much influence as Muhammad Ali. This man is loved around the world. All he wants to do is make people happy and make people smile and bring peace and love and joy to the world. And that's why he saw this film and said, I want to be a part of this, and I'm going to lend my name and lend my influence to this film. So share the love with Shaquille O'Neal. Send him a note, send him a message, and say thank you.
Hi, good evening. First of all, the movie was amazing. I loved it. It was very informative. My only question is this, is that I realize this has to do with foster children, But there's so many private religious sectors that have, they put kids up for adoption. I just saw one recently in New York called the Weiss Agency. And they put kids up for adoption, they separate twins, they separate triplets. What do you do about something like that?
Well, it ought to stop, shouldn't it?
No, of course, that's what we're talking
Yeah,
about, but I'm just
we-
saying, the foster system is flawed as we know it, but I'm just saying, private adoption agencies, that's a problem, as we know.
Yes, well, it needs much stronger oversight from the respective state. Some of them are completely unsupervised. And a for-profit entity has reverse incentives. How many kids, you just saw it in the film, how many kids can you cram into a placement? If you put bunk beds in, you can get twice as many, right?